Here, in what was once a village, today only this house remains standing. The houses have disappeared among the vegetation and the rubble. But Tere, its last inhabitant, refuses to leave. She grows her own food and tries to live as much like her ancestors as possible, living in contact with the forest, getting her resources, and surrounded by her animals, because she is certain about one thing.
Being here for me is peace, tranquility, and calm. I come here and, well,
How's it going, YouTube family? Today I'm here to bring you the story of Tere. Tere is the last inhabitant here in her village. She has decided to live here completely alone. You must have been impressed by the aerial shot. The place is truly impressive, surrounded by forest. Only loggers come around here from time to time, and in fact today, on this hill over here, we have some cutting wood. But other than that, she lives completely alone in this place. The river runs through here. She has her little garden. And I would love, well, for her to tell you the story of the village. She probably has a lot of memories and stories to share. And let's see what it's like to live here when there's no one left, because it really must be overwhelming. She lives surrounded by everyone, well, a lot of animals that she has rescued, a lot of little dogs. They already know me. I'll explain why later. That's why I know Tere, but we'll probably have her around here. Let me see if I can find her. I imagine she's at home. Tere, are you around here? Hi, Alvaro. Well, I told you I was coming, and here I am. First, I'm going to put a mic on you. Let's see, so you can be heard clearly. So, Tere, what's it like to be the last inhabitant of a village? How does it feel?
sadness.
Sadness.
Sadness. Satisfaction on one hand, because let's say that thanks to me, the town still has a bit of life, but a lot of sadness. Most of all, I worry about what will happen to this place when I'm gone.
I wanted to share this story on the channel because, well, I know you. We'll talk a bit later about why, but I know you and I found it very peculiar that you became the last inhabitant of a town because you didn't grow up here, right? You weren't born in this village.
No, I wasn't born here, but I moved here at age 3. My grandmother and uncles raised me,
Really?
and I think they brought me there partly because my grandfather had died. So it was to help ease my grandmother's grief a little.
So they brought you here to give her a little bit of happiness, right?
To give my grandmother a little bit of happiness. And I was here from when I was 3 years old until I was 19. Well, I'll tell you more about it later, because after that, my uncles left the village. They were the last ones to leave at the end of 1991.
How many houses did this village have? Because right now we only see this one standing, which is yours, and you have it looking very nice in blue. But how many houses did you know here in this village?
Well, I know there were 7 families, but I only knew 4 houses.
4? 4 including yours?
No, not counting mine.
4? So there would be 5 houses in this area?
Yes, there were 2 houses here by the little square, which has been here for a year now. And a bit further back there was another one, but I never knew that one. And I imagine they must have been kind of like the rich people of the village back then, because in the winter, when it was colder here, they would go to another village, and in the summer they would come here.
Wow, look at that. They had a summer house.
Yes, sir. And then where I park my car, there used to be another house.
Yes, back there, that area now garages used to be a house.
That was a house. And after crossing the river, there was another house and another river. That one collapsed just a few years ago, and this other one here also collapsed just a few years ago. And back there, as you come toward the village where the curve is, there's a little shed.
Yes, I saw it.
There used to be a house there, but I only knew the river, not the house.
Wow, look, what I thought was just a barn for livestock, no, but it turns out that it used to be a house in the past. No.
The river was there?
The river was there and the house was beside it.
The house was in another place.
Yes, but well, in that area there was, yes.
There was a house, a story. Yes, I didn't know them, but well, I know the name of all the neighbors.
Would you like to walk around the village or am I bothering you? Are you busy now or can I join you?
You caught me. I was just about to make a bolo preñado.
You're making stuffed bread rolls? Yes. Can we show them? I don't think we've ever explained what a stuffed bread roll is. It's a typical bread from here to sum up. So what is it? It's a bread
A bread with chorizo.
stuffed with chorizo.
With chorizo.
For the people here, it's normal, but well, yes.
And especially during the village festivals, it's been many years since it became very popular to go eat the stuffed bread. But in the village homes, it's always been like that.
It's always been to satisfy hunger, right? Exactly.
The stuffed bread.
If you invite us to watch you make it, I'd be happy to. Let's see the result. All right, let's do it. I see you're in good company, aren't you? So who do we have here?
Hey, and I have my mom here with me.
Today you're not alone.
No, today I'm not alone.
And what's your mother's name? What's your name?
They call me Maribel, but my name is Maria Isabel.
Maria Isabel.
It's just that they call me Maribel.
Well, nice to meet you.
And my husband in Padescancia used to call me Mari. My mother-in-law, Mari, the one from here. My father-in-law, Mari, too. They never called me Mari, Maribel.
Well then, what should we call you? Let's call you Mari. Mari, yes? Nice to meet you. Honestly, I wasn't expecting you today, so you've really surprised me.
And I'm happy to have met you, too.
Thank you very much. Well, I came because Tere invited me, to tell me a little bit about the history of her town, and especially for this to make bolo preñado, right? Just like it was made in every home back in the day.
That's right. And we now bake it in the wood-fired oven, even though villages have modernized.
You also have the small kitchen. We also have...
But for things like this, we cook in the wood-fired kitchen.
How nice. This is wonderful.
And we're going to make the bread in the kitchen oven, which doesn't taste the same as on the other side.
What are you stoking there? I'm going to turn on a little bit of light.
I'm quoting, I'm choking, yes. Because I have to control it, make sure it doesn't go below 200.
Make sure it doesn't go below 200 degrees, yes.
Because if not, the bread, if it goes down, it gets stuck. Okay. Do you know what I've stuck?
Stuck so it doesn't rise? No, it just stays at the bottom.
It's crooked.
It's good to know. Well, now let's see how you do it.
I learned how to make bread with my grandmother. My grandmother was from here. She baked every week. On Saturdays, she made bread for the whole week because the baker didn't come down here. And she made bread every week. And since she was already quite old, because my grandmother was already pretty old, she didn't have much strength anymore. Do you know what I'm making for myself?
You're going to sift, I imagine, right?
Sifting.
Do you say penorando here? Yes.
See, it's sifted. Sifting. For God's sake, we're Asturians. Sifting or sifting, however you want. But to sift, sifting.
It's called sifting.
Sifting, yes.
But saying sifting sounds too fancy. Well, I used to help my grandmother, of course, with way more dough than this. It's not the same because imagine she made bread for the whole week.
And were there a lot of you here at home?
No, there were 4 of us. My grandmother, Flora, her name was Flora, and my uncles, Pepe and Ricardo. Pepe lived here, taking care of the livestock, and Ricardo went out to work elsewhere. I'm going to throw some spelt in there.
Are you adding spelt flour? Yes, that too.
They used to plant it here before.
Because that's what it's called. It used to be planted here. Yes. I mean, in all these fields that we now see as woods, I imagine they used to plant crops here in the past.
Here in this house, they used to plant spelt in a field up there. There was a barn and land, well, and they used to plant spelt there. And I remember harvesting spelt, but I was very little.
And the baker didn't come down here because didn't you have a road, or what was the reason he didn't come down?
Oh, look, this is all that's left. The road here was built in 68.
On the list, I mean relatively recently, right?
In 70, and yes, not long ago.
So you were isolated, I mean really not that long ago?
The road reached the village up above. However, we got electricity very early, one of the first places, because there was a power plant in a nearby village.
You had a power plant nearby?
Yes, there was a power plant. And yes, we got electricity here early, but the road, not until 78, not until 1978. And I think the baker, yes, he used to come to the village up there, but you know what? My uncle didn't like bread from outside. He used to say it was pan de valico.
Wheat bread, yes.
He called it wheat bread. Wait, this is really hot.
What did it mean that it's wheat bread? What is that? Why did they say it was wheat bread?
Because it was worthless.
What did the example mean about valico? Valico is a type of grass, right?
Yes, because it was a weed.
Like a weed, right? Yes, yes.
So the bread like that, you could not eat it. It was like that, and it would end up all squished.
Of course. I mean, look, they had sayings for everything. Yes, yes, yes.
Since it came in the morning, by the time lunchtime came around, that bread was already kind of flattened
Of course.
on one side.
There's always a reason behind what people say in the towns. Tere, right now, what exactly are you going to do? Because you've just prepared the flour, right? I imagine you've mixed the two types of flour.
And now I'm going to pour this into the water here, which is always heated.
Mm-hmm.
I added the salt and the yeast.
And is it heated for any particular reason?
So that it rises first.
So that it rises first?
So that it rises first.
And it's just that I've never made bread? It's the first time that... No, always.
It was always made with some water inside because at home, at my house, at Grandma's house, at my house, they made something big. It was my grandfather who needed. It happened.
Did your grandfather make the dough? Yes.
As long as he could, my grandfather made barogna.
Barogna is another bread, correct? Yes.
Which is just made with corn flour.
With corn flour, nothing else. Yeah, okay.
It was delicious.
You still have to remember the taste, right?
Oh.
Hey, well, it's really lucky to have found you making bread.
It is.
And that you're going to make some little rolls. Yeah, because this is something I had been meaning to show them. Like in the old days, wow, the baker didn't make them. I mean, when the baker didn't come, people made them. And well, even when the baker did come, people made them at home. It was the tradition to make them at home.
Let's see, actually now less often, but when the partner I had was alive, we used to make bread. I made bread very often. And you know what happens when someone came over to eat at home? Maybe you made bread so you'd have bread for a few days, and then you'd end up without any bread that same day. Alvaro, let me show you a trick to tell when the dough is ready to go into the oven.
Wow, so there's a trick for this.
Yes, look, we put the ball in a little glass of water.
So you take a little piece of the bread, yes. I mean, the dough from the bread, you put it here in the water, and what's the trick?
When it rises, when the ball floats.
So when the ball stays right at the top of the glass, then you can...
You can put the bread in the oven now.
Mom, and where does that come from? Is that from your time too?
Yes. It's always been that way.
I imagine the way of doing it in the old days was a bit different, right? You used to do it, you had dough troughs, right? Those pieces of furniture I find abandoned in houses.
Dough troughs, yes. And another trick, like I told you before, we didn't use yeast. We had to make the starter. The starter, well, for example, when you made bologna, you would leave a handful of the kneaded dough in a cup. Just leave it there. And when it was ready, when it had risen, you would use it to knead the bread.
Wow.
It would make it rise.
I mean, you would always save a bit of the old bread, let it crack and get a little stale, and then you would knead it with the new dough. Yes, with the same ones. How interesting. Look at that. Yes.
Well now, while that rises and we can put the bread in the oven, I'm going to show you something from the village.
Okay.
Let's say the remains of the houses that were here.
We'll jog your memory a little once we're outside.
Yes.
Well then.
And I'll tell a bit of the story about why everything is like this.
All right, we'll be back in a little while, okay? No. He won't do anything.
Well, let's put on the wooden clogs because I think they're more suitable for walking around the village. Yes.
Because it was also raining?
Yes.
And I go, hey, you know what? Darn, some slippers are hard for me to fit into the wooden clog. Damn. Besides, I really like the...
I always explain in every video what they're for, and it's just what you saw. You wear slippers at home and put them in wooden shoes to insulate from the ground, right, Tere? Exactly. Now you can get as dirty as you want.
Otherwise, you track dirt into the house with your slippers, even though they still bring in some dirt anyway.
Well, it's hard to believe, Tere, really, that there were houses here. All of this here, and probably some more that I don't even know where they're located. I know there was a house here because there are remains. You can see tiles here.
All of this from here all the way to the back, it was all houses. I didn't know the one at the end, Alvaro. Impressive. I didn't know the last one. But look, I have an album here. The album is a bit old.
My first communion.
At my first communion. But that's where I have the photos displayed, the few photos I have from here in the village, because we didn't have a camera at home before. Someone who came around here would take your picture, would take photos of you. But look, in this photo here, can you see, but...
Let's position it this way so they can see clearly. Look.
Two of the houses.
We are looking at an Oreo.
Yes.
And a house here. Maybe this one could be yours, you know?
That's mine. And this house is this rubble you see here.
Okay, let's put this in context then. That photo is taken from here, the granary we just saw, your house, and the other house here, right? Okay, yes, this one. Impressive. Look.
Next to it was another small one with a balcony.
And who is the person in that photo?
Well, look, this gentleman, he was from El de Tendejones. Yes, there was a house.
I mean, he was the owner of the house that was there, right?
He was from that house and born here. Uh-huh. Here in this village, they started to leave. Look, among the first to leave were the people from the house on the other side of the river, around the time my father was doing his military service. But around the 1960s or so, everyone here started leaving for the nearest city.
Let's clarify a bit. What did all the people here live off of? From livestock? Only from livestock?
Only from livestock.
Okay, so they went to the city, probably seeking a new life, right? Yes.
Exactly. But those who left, they left when they were already older, let's say. The couples were already adults. They didn't leave as kids. But the thing is, they left here and never came back.
Why do you think they never returned? Did you ever think about it?
Yes, of course, I thought about it many times. Of course, I thought about it many times, and I just don't understand it. Because don't think they went very far from here either. They didn't even leave, not even Asturias.
Well, the biggest city nearby is about half an hour away, right?
Less.
It's less than half an hour? This place isn't that isolated.
I imagine it was also because they didn't have a car. And the road here didn't exist until 1978, so I guess that's why. And then my uncle started buying up the other people's properties, except for these two houses here. But that plot over there and that one over there were bought by my uncles.
Do you have any stories about a neighbor that you still remember fondly? Oh yes, any particular one? One that stands out? Yes.
It's just that when I lived here in the village, there was only one couple living here. Their names were Arturo and Oliva. Every house here had a nickname, including this one.
I mean, they all had a nickname?
They all had nicknames. In my house, we're the Carasa family. And also, when I go to, especially, it's a bit awkward, when you go to a funeral and you have to give your condolences to a lot of people from around here, I always give my name as Carasa. Was this Capitan?
This was the Capitan house?
Capitan, here we say that we drop the S and the A from Casa. Capitan? Capitan, Carasa. Calamunda?
Calamunda here, yes.
Calamunda? Capaulu. And Cavinha.
And Cavina?
Those from the Viña.
You remember them all?
Everything. And the house over there was in Cala Roja because the woman was very blonde.
She was blonde and they called her La Roja?
Right? She had blue eyes and was called La Roja. Her name was Argentina.
Look what a beautiful name.
And I remember that the first time I saw her, I got scared.
Why?
Because I had never seen anyone with eyes that blue.
Never. Blue eyes weren't common here.
Right? I mean, it's not just that blue eyes weren't common, but the blue in her eyes was a very light blue, very light, very light. And when I saw her...
She caught your attention?
It surprised you. Yes, these are things that...
You thought she was a witch or something odd.
And from here, Arturo and Oliva are the ones I remember the most. And I remember them as if they were right in front of me. And they left here in 1978.
What was the story that caught your attention?
Well, look, I remember they got along terribly. Arturo and Oliva always laughed. Always laughing. And Arturo was from Castropol, can you believe it? Where did he end up?
You see?
He was from Castropol and he was courting Oliva's sister, whose name was Consuelo.
So, did he come here because he was courting a girl from the village?
Yes, I imagine it was because he was working around here. That's what I think. Look, or if I asked, I don't remember anymore. And he was courting Consuelo, and 15 days before the wedding, he said, look, Consuelo, I'm going to marry Oliva.
And everything flipped around. That happened 15 days before.
15 days before.
Wow. What a story.
And they fought like cats and dogs. And I have a lot of memories from when I was little because I used to have broth. I remember having broth and dipping bread in the broth. And in the hallway, Oliva was blonde. Also, look, there were a lot of blondes here. Oliva was blonde. And I remember combing her hair. I used to make a ponytail because in the old days, ladies, older people had long hair tied in a little ponytail. My grandmother had something like that. But my grandmother used to wear a scarf. Oliva didn't. I used to comb her hair there. And eating sponge cakes with Sanson wine.
Sanson wine. I often find bottles left behind in houses. It really was the classic wine found everywhere, right?
And I'm going to tell you something that's going to make you laugh because it was really funny. My uncle gave injections, my uncle Pepe gave injections, and Arturo was sick and needed injections. Imagine back then there were no roads here, there was nothing. Who was going to give the injections? My uncle gave them. And he went to give the injections, and Arturo was in bed sick, and he said, oh, dear Pepin, the doctor gave me some pills that are so hard for me to swallow. I said, Arturo, what pills did the doctor give you? Look, man, these pills here, when my uncle takes them, he says, damn it, Arturo, but this has to go up your butt.
I mean, 10 suppositories. Yes, suppositories.
And he was taking them. And listen, there are things I completely forgot not so long ago, and those details I just can't forget. Well, I'm going to show you a little treasure we have here in the village. And I call it a little treasure because to me it really is a treasure. And I'll also tell you that if it's the way it is, it's because I'm here. Because nobody pays attention to it. Once, while taking wood out to these dingoes, they threw some stones from over here, and I went to the local town hall to mention that it happened, and I said, it's a very old bridge. And do you know what they answered me? That was up to the hydrographic authorities. I was shocked.
So you have a really old bridge here in the village, right?
Yeah, well, I can't really tell you how old it is. Just imagine there's a stone bridge that doesn't have a single drop.
And looking around here?
That doesn't have any cement anywhere.
Look at this beauty.
Well, of course it's old.
Yes, look at this beauty. Tere, I'm going down here to show it from here.
Here I come. Oh, I'll show you, Alvaro, where I get water to drink at home because it's really good.
So you have a bridge too, an area where you can get water.
Yes, let me explain. Here, around here, there used to be a little window where you would come to get water, but with the dingoes passing by all the time.
Dingoes are those large machines used to cut down trees.
Wood. The opening ended up being closed, which could be opened, but I don't do it. I'll explain where the water comes out, where it used to come out.
You do quite a lot, Tere, just by keeping all of this clean.
Look at what I have there.
Wow.
With rocks and dirt. Every time the river rises, it takes everything from me. So I put rocks, and you know what I do? Look, you can still see it here, around here. I grab this mud just like this. Here, let me show you. Look, these are typical things from villages when there was no cement, there wasn't. You take this and put it over here.
Uncovered.
You keep the water from coming out, especially through the tube. I have to do this every time the river rises because it washes everything away.
Makes sense.
What do you think about the bridge, Alvaro?
Impressive. It looks Roman in style with the way the stones are placed. At the very least, it must be medieval. Besides, it's the perfect width for a cart to pass through. I'm not sure if you've seen it here before, but look, it still has the original width for a cart to pass through.
And can you understand that nobody cares about it?
No, honestly, these things, not just this, but the villages, the people who live here in the villages.
Total abandonment by the town councils. But I say this with a lot of anger and a helplessness you can't even imagine, because you don't know which door you have to knock on. Can you believe this road belongs to the town council and they don't send anyone out to it? Can you understand that in order for them to come and clean it, you have to go and tell the whole town council, ask them to come and clean the road for you?
Yeah, I went down now, and honestly, I have to say it's full of moss. It's in pretty bad condition.
You never clean the floor. I'm telling you to clean and unblock it, not anything else. That's it. And well, later I'll show you so you can see it. It's already like a lost cause because I've already gone to the city hall several times. I have some little trees that I planted next to the granary. You wouldn't believe where. They aren't following the regulations. I already went to the town hall 3 times to have them make them cut them down.
And there's no way?
There's no way. I'll wait for the day it falls on the house or granary.
Yeah, because also here when the wind blows, I imagine you worry about it.
It's incredible that down here a lot of people don't believe the wind blows so much, but it really does, because I'm right in the middle of 4 channels. One comes from here, another comes from here, and 2 more come from over there.
Yes, it depends on where the wind is blowing from.
So this isn't the first time I've thrown calitos here, no. And now let's see if we can go see what's left of Rocha's house, the one that belonged to Argentina.
All right, let's cross this century-old bridge, or who knows how old it is, because there aren't any studies about it, or... Wow, that's amazing.
Too bad there's no record of this.
Watch out for clogs around here.
It's such a shame there's no record, because my God, how could they do this?
Yeah, stacking stone on top of stone.
And not literally. And they have to hold up, yes, and this bridge is centuries old, yes. So you can see...
I have to tell you, Tere, you live in an amazing place, surrounded by greenery, with your little garden, which we'll talk about in a moment, because I'm really interested in it, especially when it comes to food. They'll ask me about that topic, so let me ask now, what do you live on? What's your daily routine? Do you go out to shop, or do you provide for yourself as much as you can?
Well, I go out to shop, but I also work. You know, I have to work to make a living, but when it comes to the garden, I don't buy anything.
Do you plant everything yourself?
Yes, no, about that.
Well, then you'll show me. About the garden thing, it's really exciting, that little garden right there by the river.
Yes, I have to tell you that there are things that we can't do anymore because it's March and it's already time to start preparing the soil. I have a few things planted, and look, tomorrow my brother Nacho is coming to till the soil for me so I can plant potatoes.
Your cable? Yes, that's great. I like it.
Look, this is closed, but there's a path that goes through here.
I mean, there's a path that goes through here.
There's a path that goes through here. And at the very end, look.
How are you?
At the end of the road, there was another bridge. Stop.
Go on, tell me if you want.
There was another bridge, but made of wood, so you wouldn't have to cross the river because this river carries much less water than the other one. This one holds less water than the other, but look, there was a path here, Alvaro.
Impressive. Now we basically have to walk through the river to show you where the house was located, though we don't know if we'll see anything or not.
I'm going to put my feet in.
Be careful, because if not, you're going to get your feet wet. Will we be able to get through? Yes, if it's too complicated, we'll leave it. No, look at her. She's already managed. That's a country woman, my friend. She's already a country woman, and she's a different kind of woman.
If we put our feet in...
They are prepared for anything.
In the river, we'll change our shoes when we get home. Let's see.
Tere, since we're walking here and it's really beautiful, yes, look, we're walking in the middle of the river. Do you ever feel afraid living in a place like this alone?
No.
So do you feel completely at peace here?
Yes, oh.
Oh, wait, something snagged you? Look.
Look.
Look how that snagged you, man. Wait, they even caught your apron.
Oh, they left me with the apron?
Look, so much for anyone saying getting into abandoned places is easy for me, you know?
I've already dipped my clog in the water.
You already put it in? Yes.
Yes, the water already got inside the shoe. This is nothing. Just change your shoes and socks and you're good to go.
Well, we've already left the river, and Tere, where exactly was the house?
Oh my, well, you know, it's been a while since I've come around here.
And right here I see a wall, Tere.
Where do you see it?
Here, look.
And the wall at home?
There's a wall hidden in the vegetation here. I'm not sure if you see it, but if I go this way, look, Tere, there's something here. Yes, there's a wall here, look.
the house wall, one of the walls, and over there is another one. And if you go a little further, there are the stairs.
I don't know if I'll be able to get in. It's just that this is, terrible.
No, but look, you can see them here already.
Yeah, look.
I'm seeing them there. That bump you see there.
Yeah, but I think up to here, look, up to here is as far as I'll be able to go.
But oh my God, how overgrown this got. What a shame. Wow.
I'm getting really stuck, but... No, you can't see anything, Tere, but yeah, they're here, look.
I'm losing the scarf.
Yes, they're here. Wow, you can even see the window there.
Do you see the window, Tobia?
Yeah, look, I'm going to do this. This here is the window, man. That's amazing. Look where there used to be a house, because right here, this was the stairs.
And behind the stairs, behind the house, there was the oven.
I mean, the oven was back there.
Yes, I knew this house perfectly well. I mean, really, you could live in it.
And the Horio, where was it located?
Here.
So the Horio was here.
Yes, you can't see it anymore. Look, the stairs were made of stone.
There's nothing left here?
The stairs are there, the stairs are there.
Of course, what was made of stone remains.
The stairs are there.
You won't even notice it, but it's here. The stairs are hidden here. You can barely see it with all this vegetation. Impressive, Tero, really.
Hey, I honestly didn't think this was here.
Not in these conditions, no.
No, because you know what? I'm not going through here. I used to come through here when I lived here, because these were once fields. All of this here used to be fields, Alvaro.
What a shame. A lot. What a shame.
And look.
Are those little photos in there? Terry is always well prepared for everything.
That's the house we're looking at now.
I mean...
This is this, and this house, and the Oreo. Do you see it?
Oh my, I think... Wait, you'll be able to see it there. I mean, that little white house and this Oreo... Wait, supposedly it's this. Yes, yes, no.
Supposedly? Story of a supposed one? No, it's not the supposed one.
The one of a family buried here?
And there were many siblings, but the owner, the one who stayed at home after everyone else left for Argentina, was single. And yes, they left this because there are many nephews and nieces.
Okay. When something belongs to many, it belongs to no one, right? That's what they say. No.
Many means it belongs to no one. No, no. When something belongs to many, it belongs to no one.
Do you feel that fear that someday where we've been making bread, your house, everything you have there, yes?
A lot.
It could end up like this.
But I have hope that my son won't let it fall apart.
I have to say that I know your son. Yeah, and that's why I know you. Pablo, who is a wonderful person, is a great friend of mine. He explores Asturias with me. He's one of my best friends, really. I mean, he's a very special person to me. She is his mother, which is how I know Tere. I know she won't let a house like this fall apart because we both feel the same way exploring Asturias and seeing its places, right, Tere?
I have the hope that, look, when he was little, of course, because I have a lot of affection for this place, because I grew up here. And I didn't know how I was going to be able to instill that in Pablo, because Pablo, when he was a little boy, obviously he didn't like coming here. Just imagine, well, when we're little, we don't pay attention to those things or care about them.
Let's see.
When I was 19 or 20 years old, I didn't care about this at all. What do you want me to say? Of course. But later, over time, when you're young, you want to run, you want to see the world, you want to do everything. But as you get older, the memories of your childhood and where you spent your best moments call you to go back to where you experienced them, where you lived them. Yes, and that's something most people don't realize. I understand them too, because I also went through that stage, but it's really a shame because in the end, you're left with the memories of where you came from. No matter how much you travel the world, no matter how much you have, for me, going back to your roots, for me, that's everything. I've always said I was a bit old-fashioned. I'm a bit old-fashioned in the way I think and the way I see things. I understand that everyone has to live their own life, and you can do whatever you want, but that doesn't take away from anything. You should care about what's yours, especially what your loved ones worked for. Yes. Because how does it get like this? How did it end up like this? Do you know where it starts? With a leak, and another leak. You can always stop it. I'm the first one who doesn't have a penny. I'm the first one who doesn't have a penny. But as long as that house, that raised granary, that stable, whatever you have, doesn't have a leak, you'll always keep it standing. Always. And that's where we all end up. And it's just a matter of wanting to. That's all.
Tere, do you feel lonely, or have you learned to enjoy your peace here, the surroundings, the nature, these little birds we're hearing?
No, not lonely at all, because I could choose to be somewhere else, and being here for me is peace, tranquility, calm. I come here and wow, for many people
who lived here with their ancestors, with their relatives, it could even be a little sad, right? They might get depressed from remembering, from feeling alone. How do you deal with that part of remembering? Well, memories always come to us, right?
oh wow, yes, that inevitably comes with a lot of sadness. Especially for me, of course, I grew up here. I was 7 years old when the last neighbors left here. I was 7 years old, and most of my memories are with my grandmother and my uncles. And I have them with me every day, every single day. They're always present every day. If it's not one thing, it's another.
And you can actually live happily and in peace here when you really know how your mind works, that it's bringing us memories, thoughts, and nostalgia. How are you dealing with that part?
Well, always, because peace always. As for happiness, I think happiness is just specific moments. There's specific moments, and there are times when yes, I'm happy, I'm really at ease, like right now. For example, sometimes you laugh again in this life with so much joy, and other times memories take over and you feel very sad. Of course, very sad. Sometimes people ask me, why do you do so much? Why do you work so much? Why don't you leave some for me to do? No, it's just that I need to work. I work so that by bedtime I'm exhausted and don't have to think. I don't like to think because I always think, gosh, but if you start thinking now and it's just that from when I was little and even not so little, there's almost nothing left in general. Well, Alvaro, now let's check the bread to see if the dough has risen so we can put it into bake.
All right, since that can't wait, right?
No, otherwise it would also overproof.
All right, let's check if the ball is up.
The ball already went up because I'm seeing it.
The ball already went up. Look at the ball.
Of course, look at the ball.
See, that's it. It's ready to go in.
Look.
What a trick. Look.
Did you see how it rose?
Wow, I need to try this bread myself.
Wow, and with what it's going to have inside. And now we're going to go get the paper that was traditionally used to bake bread, the parchment paper.
Yes.
Before, there was also some, but it was more natural.
Well, let's go look for it and see.
Let's go look for it. We have to go outside.
I can already see the root when you take it. Let's see what's there. Let's see what it is. It's going to surprise me. Oh, yes.
Yes, this is going to surprise me.
It's going to surprise and measure your mother?
Yes, because I think you've never seen that. Have you ever seen bread being made?
I have, but not in such a traditional way.
So try...
Well, I saw it being done in the oven we have in the apartments in the city, all that.
No, okay, yes, no, but then, and with...
Paper from the supermarket and similar items.
Come here, we're going to look.
In the past, when I was little, I did see it, but I hardly have any memories of it. That's why I really enjoy being able to do it now. Well, you're taking me to the garden.
I'm taking you to the garden, huh? Hey, that sounds a little weird.
It sounds a bit... Here it says, take someone to the garden when you're trying to flirt. Take to the garden.
Exactly, well, look.
Or this one and your little garden.
This one and my little garden, yes. These green ones are ready to pull up because they're already going to seed.
The spikes, when they come out.
The flower, yes, the flower, and after the flower, the seeds will come out. So after that, in August, I'll make a seed bed.
Look, for planting, yes.
But okay.
I have a spare here. And this, the stew sometimes?
I have a spare here.
Do you have more over there?
Yes, cabbages and Savoy cabbages and May beans and garlic.
And spring is coming in. Well, it just arrived. And look at all the flowers it has around here.
And that's where I'm going to plant the potatoes, the onions, and some beans.
That's great. Wow. No, it's wonderful to really be able to enjoy it, right? Look, I'll tell you something else. Not having neighbors also has that charm of saying what peace and quiet, right? Although it's missed because a lot. I imagine you really miss being able to talk to people and ask them things. Not really. No.
No, look, this in the paper.
This and the paper?
This in the paper.
Oh, friend, I've seen this somewhere before. Yes. That.
See, I had it somewhere.
Yes. I've never done it. You've never done it? No, not like this. Haha. Well. But I had seen it in videos and this.
And the parchment paper.
Wow, based on your voice, no, but your avatar is incredible.
Today you're going to eat bread?
Bread, real bread, real bread.
The bread's end tastes like cabbage.
Very good. Wow.
What a shame. Oh my goodness. Putting the cabbage leaf here helps to take away a bit of the toughness from the leaf.
What about the toughness?
The green part?
The green slime?
The green part, yes.
You just brown them a bit, right? Yes.
Without fail, without letting them burn.
Come on.
Not burn or anything, but with those three, I'm pretty worried.
Well, you remove a little bit of the moisture, right? That's it. So it doesn't soak too much into the bread. See? Yeah, I can see how it's changing.
Grandma's tricks.
Grandma's tricks.
Grandma's tricks.
We put the bread in the butter.
And now let me close the door because you know bread can't be in a draft just like a little child.
I didn't know that. I'd never heard it.
No, it can't be in a draft. You have to keep it warm. Yes.
You have to keep it covered.
You have to keep it well covered, yes?
You have to keep it well covered, yes. You can't
Absorb moisture.
let it get damp unless it's covered.
Now we're going to put the filling here in the bread, Alvaro.
So now you press it down again?
Yes.
Knead it like this, just a little.
And
I imagine we're going to put these two chorizos in. Those two chorizos in
homemade.
that you have here?
It's a shame because the cameras don't capture the smell.
No, that hasn't been invented yet, but oh well. I think it's bringing back memories for many people.
Especially older people.
Yeah, look over there. That and a stuffed bun stuffed with chorizo.
Exactly.
Now with the cabbage leaf there.
With the little cabbage leaf.
Let's see if the decoration is there, right?
Exactly. Here's the thing. What I'm about to tell you came from my mother-in-law, not my grandmother. One of them, the last one, when she sprinkled, they were about to put the bread in the oven. No, I'm saying in the bread in the oven. Oh my goodness.
It was understood. I was telling you, don't worry.
Do you know what they were saying? Let's see. May Saint Froilan make the bread flourish, and may Saint Justo make many out of few.
Look.
Huh? I don't think more bread will come out here. And now this goes over here. And at least for the first half hour, you can't open the oven.
Let's leave it there for 30 minutes. I'm sure it's going to be worth it.
Yes, because later eating it hot, let's see. Wow. While the bread finishes baking, I'm going to show you some photos here outside.
Outside? Okay.
Outside, yes. They're from here, from the house, and my grandmother and grandfather are in them.
My father. I really like this one you have here. This one you have here, I like it a lot.
It's just that this is my grandmother.
This one and your grandmother?
And in my grandmother. And in my grandmother. And here, which doesn't look anything like it used to, there were 2 wooden columns here. And well, here in this hallway, it was all cluttered like a machine for the cow's feed and baskets hanging here and there. My grandmother had a chair that she sometimes kept here and other times over there. And this is where she would come out to sit and peel potatoes or make butter, which I also had to do sometimes. This was my grandmother Flora.
Look at this image now. Wait, I don't want my reflection in it. Look at this image with the old post here in front because this picture was taken right here.
In the same place? Yes, just like that right here.
I liked it. I really liked it. That's why I wanted to point it out because this image is impressive. I'll put it back where it was.
Okay.
You had it hanging here.
There. Well, and now we're going to go out. Look, they got it so good.
No, I can see that.
Did you have?
Look, there's a new one I hadn't seen before. Yes, they were over there chatting.
Well, let's see. Look. I'm going to show you a photo with my father and grandmother. Oh, wait, not my grandfather. Sorry, that was silly. See, this is what I meant about him always being there.
Look, there he is. Yes, in this photo too.
And this?
Let's see. I mean, this photo.
This is me in front of the house.
This photo you're seeing here, let me bring it a little closer for you. Well, it's not going to look very clear, but anyway, that's your father there. You can point him out yourself. That's already your father.
My father, my grandmother, my uncle Pepe. And these people came from Miami looking for family because some of my grandfather's siblings had left from here. They emigrated and they came looking for signs of the family. And this photo, well, here it is.
Taken right here in front so you can see, oh my, how time flies.
A lot. And this little corner you see here, I never knew it, but I heard about it from my father, my uncles, and my grandmother. This is where my grandfather had his wooden shoe workshop. He was a shoemaker.
He was a wooden shoemaker and had his workshop here. The workshop was here.
The workshop was there.
So you can see.
So look. And well, here we have the public fountain.
Wow, you even have a public fountain here in the village.
Yes, it was built in 1957, 1957.
1957.
Sí.
The water must be great, right?
Yes, but don't think this water tastes very good.
Does it have a peculiar taste or what?
I'll tell you why and something real. Now you'll tell me what and something real.
An iron mineral, right? Yes. It has a particular taste. Yes, why? Well, I like it. Really? It tastes sweet to me.
Well, it's just that everything around there where the spring comes from, the spring starts up here, the stones around there, and if you notice that big wall when you came, they have a certain color.
Reddish, yes.
Like iron and rust, and water that we call ferial.
In Candas, my town, there's a beach area where water flows down like that, and I find it tastes sweet.
I don't like that one.
That one. It tastes kind of sweet to me, and you drink and drink and drink just because.
And so I always go get water where I showed you. That's good. And look, here we have my father and my grandmother in front of the fountain.
Oh, what a picture.
Yes.
What a picture. Well, that's exactly how it is. Look. Impressive, really impressive. And
here's another photo of my grandpa. I don't remember him because he died when I was 2 years old. In front of the house in the village.
But it's already there in black and white. It's already many years old.
Oh, that one is over 50 years old.
You see it like this? I can focus it like this. That was your grandfather, like a horse, right?
A horse and a nun, since nuns used to pass through villages, though I'm not sure why.
They must have been the ones who used to come in the old days, who came to the towns and villages.
As if they weren't coming to preach.
Yes, definitely something like preaching.
That's it. And it's right here in front. If you look, it's there on the corner of the house.
The Oreo.
And look, in the back you can see the house where it is now, where I have the car now. Yes.
Impressive. Yes.
Yes, that one, you can see it. Yes, it's the same one. Yes, you can see it.
Yes, look, the image isn't going to be very clear, but well, back there, I think it's taken from this exact angle. Look, more or less there. I just replicated it for you, look. Phew, how old is this photo?
100, a lot. No, but 50 and 60.
60 years?
60, yes, they are 60 years old. They are definitely 60 years old. Now I'll show you my store here in the village.
What do you mean you have a store here in the village?
I have a store, but it's just for me.
Just for you? Well, I see where you're going with this.
And in particular...
Come here, I know where you'll take me.
Come here.
We're going to the Oreo, right?
We're going to the Oreo. This is my storeroom.
Well, the Oreo, as I always point out in all the videos, is the storage place, this structure that's raised up on these... Well, a lot of people haven't seen previous videos, and the structure might surprise you. This right here is designed so that mice can't climb up, so they can't get in, okay? This is a stone disc, so when the mouse climbs up the pegolo, it finds that it can't get to the harvest. The ladder is also isolated from the ground. Okay, there's nothing here. You need to make a small jump to get up. They're wooden, right, Tere?
They're made of wood and also very old.
Very, very old.
Very old.
There are some that are over 500 years old.
And here there's a bit of everything. There's a bit of everything here.
Well, now it sometimes serves as a storage room, right? Because in the past it was used to store the harvest.
It was more for the harvest. In fact, look, these spaces you see here separated, they hold the potatoes.
Of course.
When I store them, I sort them into large, small, and medium ones. But now, lately, I plant fewer potatoes. Look, in the last ones.
These lumps and everything here are yours.
Yes, but these are the last ones that are left. Look, they're already sprouting because, hey, we're almost in April.
Of course, it's time to go back to the garden.
They were pulled out in August. They've lasted quite a while. Yes. And look, hey, look at my pantry.
Oh, friend, you have all the preserves here from everything you bring. Cauliflower.
Broccoli.
Look how good this is.
Leek. More cauliflower.
And this is all your harvest, right?
Yes, yes, and all from the garden. And look over here, there's also... Look, this one is onion.
Wow.
This onion is ready to use. If I want to make an empanada or something, I just open it and I would only need to add the pepper and tomato.
That's great.
And here, tomatoes packed in their own juice.
Anna, you have everything. I can see that already. Look.
And peppers. Look.
And he's an artist?
Have you ever had canned leeks?
No, but hey, he's an artist. I mean it. Me neither.
I never canned them either, but since I had a lot that year, I felt bad throwing them away. And I'll tell you, I don't really like vegetables from the freezer, but look, maybe I have more of that around here.
You even have the cabinet full?
Look, I have more cabbage. This is red cabbage.
Red cabbage?
And yes. And this has been around for a while. Don't think it hasn't. It's been around for a while.
Well, but this one, whew.
It lasts a really long time.
Of course.
When something is truly bad, you know instantly without even opening it. Well, it's already there in my store.
Jeez.
And I have to show you, I'm not just going to tell you that I make paprika too.
Jeez, and it's incredible. I never buy paprika. In the villages, what I'm noticing now, all the antiques you have around here, which I love, I imagine this would be from the oxen or the cows. Cows?
Cows, there were no oxen here.
They had cows, this was put on their heads.
And horn ropes, the milkmaid
around there.
The milkmaid around there.
What memories?
Yes.
What memories? And here?
There's everything here.
Well, this is pure history. You find all kinds of things here.
Check out all these jars I have.
To keep bottling?
Yes. I have an arsenal of jars, so I really need to clean them out.
See, you even have slaughter machines here.
Yes, but I've never actually seen those being used. I have one that's in good condition, but I have it packed up. Packed up? Well, it's interesting. And this, look. And this here, wow, this is really old too. This belonged to my grandmother. Look at all the woodworm it has. This was used for picking chestnuts.
Was this for picking chestnuts?
Yes, with this I would open it, take the Alicio and open it. This was for picking chestnuts. But look at how poor it is.
Who would have thought if I found this somewhere, right?
Do you know what it's for?
Used for no.
Well, it was for the chestnuts. And it belonged to my grandmother. So this has...
You have this here for the honey and everything. Yes, because what did you do, honey, here in this house?
Yes, we had bees.
Look over here, look, an old iron, the kind you put on top of the coal stove.
Those...
Wow.
We had bees.
That life that will never return?
Well, no.
Self-sufficiency and know-how?
And it might sound a bit old-fashioned, but it makes me sad. It needed to come back a little. It's good to be modern and move forward in life because that's great, but without losing the customs from before.
Well, yes.
Hey, I need to show you something really old from my grandfather.
Let's see.
This came from Cuba.
From Cuba?
From Cuba. This is over 100 years old. Yes, I always knew it here and there, of course.
Where you took it, it was always there.
It had always been there.
Hey, I know what this is for. I have horses. It's for horseback riding.
Well, look. You know this is 100 years old?
I'm not wrong, am I?
Right? No, you're wrong. You're not wrong.
You put this here, put it on your leg here, and the saddle doesn't chafe you. It protects the horse's skin too.
Well, this belonged to my grandfather.
It has a name, but I can't remember it right now, darn.
Oh.
It's called, and also chaps, no, not chaps, I can't remember the word now.
Now I just blanked out too.
Don't worry, I know it has a name. I've used them many times for horseback riding.
Well, it's always been there as long as I've known, and there it still is. And here is a steelyard balance. And well...
That's it. If we started to look around...
Yes, even though nothing is left here because they took many things when they left. All right, Alvaro, let's see if there's any bread.
Come on. Here's everything I prepare here. Well, there's a bit of everything. Empanada, ham, cheese.
Look,
And this is already the best. This is already...
see how the greens turned out, roasted greens.
You see, look, look.
Let's check if the bread is baked now.
And how do you check that?
Oh.
That you hold it like this, like a kid.
Like a kid, it can't get cold. Let's see. What does it say? Ah, dispampan.
Damn, well, yes. Look, yes, dispampan. I mean, that's how you check.
That's how you look at it.
That's how you used to look at it in your time too. Yes.
All right.
Jolie, look at everything. Everything this woman prepared here. I mean, we're going to have a feast right now. Now, the best part is going to be opening it up and cutting it in half.
The bun, yes, oh. Let's check if the sausages are here or gone.
Let's check if they're still there.
Oh, it smells so strong.
What a masterpiece. Oh,
It smells so strong.
yes, I can smell it now. I can smell it. Oh my, look. Oh, with the grease from the chorizo, look at that, damn.
Wow, that looks amazing, man. And of course, it didn't turn out well.
Oh my God, it turned out well. Well, this is better than, let's say, even the ones in competitions. The competition ones wish they were like this. Let's see if you can see the grease there. Look, oh,
Look at this beauty. It turned out so pretty.
look how it drips down here on the wood. Look there.
It has little marks, you know? They say that's a good thing. It has little leaves. Yes, it has little leaves. Little marks. It has little marks.
It has little marks. They say that's good, right? That it has little holes there like eyes. That means it's well made. That means it's well made. That's what it means. That's how we taste it.
It's a shame the smell can't come through the camera.
Through the screen. Well, that's it, family. I'm going to end the video here because we're about to have a great feast. I want to especially thank Tere because she welcomed us into her home, showed us the whole town, and I really appreciate it.
Well, I love that you came.
And to your mother, even though she hasn't been on camera much since you were busy, we've really enjoyed talking with you. It's been great for people to get to know you.
And me too.
Thank you very much. That's it, guys. I'll leave my social media links as usual if you want to stay updated with my YouTube content. See you in the next video.